Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new video of Project Star Colors with the Royal Knight team. We are with Raul
Hello?
and today he's gonna show us the Hunter deck. What do
Yeah,
you
so
want
it's
to
an honor
yeah.
to be here. It's an honor to be here. I'm very glad to be here with my friend Bruno. Anyways, today we're going to see one of the best contender of the BT12 meta and actually one of the cheapest. Hunters is actually an aggro combo deck, which is similar to Xros hard deck from BT9 onwards. And it's actually a fun deck to play anyway. The main difference between Hunters and X-Ross decks is that cards with Digiproc requirements are few, and Hunters relies more on Tamers to reduce the Digivolution cost, not the play cost of the main Digimon. They do this by playing Digimon from under its Tamers, similar to what Cross-Hard deck does with reducing play cost. But the main thing is that Hunters can use every Digimon that it has under Tamers. It doesn't have to be a specific Digimon like Ballistamon, Shoutmon, or Dorulmon, etc. This offers you a chance to actually diversify your inheritables and give you more versatility or whatever you need in special cases. And you may ask, how do you put sources under Tamer? Well, we'll see that in a second. But just remember the fact that the same thing as Crossheart does, uh, Hunters kinda does it better and not faster, but they're really aggro in a sense that it doesn't hurt. It doesn't. You don't have to wait for a specific piece to reduce your play cost or distribution cost. You can use whatever thing you want. Okay. Anyways, we're going to see now the list, and we start by the DGAC. The best DGAC you can play is Monimon BT12. And this is the best drawer in this version of Hunters because there's actually another version of Hunters that it's not really as competitive as this one. And this one, basically on deletion, if this Digimon has save, you can draw one card. And since you're actually using many sources from hand, you need to draw a lot in this deck. So this is the best DGAG you can start with. Then we can talk about the rookies, and choices are pretty limited. As you really need to draw in this deck, you have to think about Psychomon and Gumdramon because they're the purple rookies that actually lets you draw when attacking. And I would like to focus more on Psychemon because this card is insane. As in particular spots or even in late games, you can use this card to basically recycle a source or a Digimon that you put under your tamer, thus giving you whatever piece you need in the situation. Like if you need a Esther Drummond to give rush to one of your Digimon, you can use Psychemon. Note these rookies, uh, almost every one of them have DigiCross requirements to not be played by 4 costs, but actually 2 costs. And Gandramon is cool as well, although his on play effect won't be uh, needed as Psychemon. The Gandramon lets you actually put a source from your hand under one of your tamers to draw another one. And these on play effects, sorry, is cool, but Psychemon is the one you should really keep it in hand when you need it because it can open you very strong moves. Then we basically have Sharpmon, Dracomon, and Ekakimon. You got Sharpmon and Ekakimon for a control purpose. Actually, even Dracmon as well, because it can boost your DPs by 2000, which is actually cool because you can, since you can stack, as we said before, multiple sources the way you need it, you can swing over dudes with your level 4s or even your level 5s, which are your boss monsters. And that gives you more control on the field. And they're very cool. Shoutmon the only thing good about Shadmon is, yeah, it's inheritable. You can actually swap one of it for another Drachmon, as having more DPs, I think, is more useful in this deck, since you will inevitably have to swing into security, and if your main boss monsters die in security, you will lose a lot of resources. If your rookie or level 4 dies into security, well, that's not a big deal, because they have save on deletion. You can save and put them under one of your tamers. Your best champions, which are the one you have to play 4 copies of, are Damemon and Shoutmon King version. They're the only way, sorry, to for you to play tamers for free. And I prefer Shoutmon, as its own play effect lets you play a Tagiru or Yu or Taiki from hand, whereas Damemon actually reveals top 3 cards of your deck, and if there's a tamer, you can play it. If not, well, you basically paid 5 or 3, because these 2 cards have Digicross requirements, and you can play them for 3 instead of 5, which is cool, as that gives you kind of speed there. And as said, Damemon is not really consistent, as maybe you prefer to play things from hand. And but the cool part about Damemon is actually Tuarmon. Tuarmon is a very fun card, as we know that the Digivolution in Digimon card game is actually annoying. So with Tuarmon, for 1 cost over your Damemon, you can basically Digivolve things. Uh, Note that it basically has a target. You can Digivolve one of your opponent's level 5 Digimon. For every 2 sorcerers, you increase the level of the Digimon you can Digivolve. So basically, if you have a 2R1 with 4 sorcerers, you can Digivolve one of your opponent's level 7 Digimon. Yeah, the level 7 are problematic kinda in this deck, even though there's a card that can basically deal with that. But the first turns, it can become annoying, since there are uh, kind of speedy deck that can reach to level 7 pretty easily, but Warmon can help you deal with that. Also, they're cool because their inheritance give a blocker to one of your uh, Digimon, and to have blocker in this deck is good, because you don't have very good securities in regards of removing stuff from your opponent's board. You have tamers, which are cool, of course, but you need to survive. And to survive, you either need blockers or a pretty strong comeback. And the last champion, or actually, no, there's another champion there. But the other important champion here is Arrested Dramon. This card is very important to play, and you have to be patient, because in late game this card is very important, as this card gives you rush for the turn when you Digivolve, and this Digimon has at least 2 sources. And as said with Psychemon before, Psychemon and Arrested Dramon go very well hand in hand. You can basically play Psychemon, retrieve an Arrested Dramon from one of your tamers, then Digivolve into your Psychemon, sorry, into an Arrested Dramon, gain Rush, and put other sources from Tamer's effect and stuff, and then you basically got to a monster, a Digimon that can attack again. And since you have plenty of inheritance to choose from, then uh, it becomes very unpredictable and can become very strong. Then another card to actually don't forget about is Clockmon. This card is a white level 4 champion. It's particular because it is a searcher, but it costs 4. It cannot be reduced its play cost, but reveals 3 cards, and actually can add, I don't remember correctly if it's add up to 2 cards
Yep.
with save in its text. But its inheritance is actually cool, because it gives jamming to one of your Digimon with saving in its text. and thus basically gives you more protection when you have to face security of your opponents. And for that, it's cool. This Digimon may actually be a good fodder for your teams because tamers, we'll see that later, but relies heavily on putting sources under them so you can utilize them as you wish. But we'll now see the basically the best compartment this this deck has. Their ultimate levels, their level fives, as you wish to call them. But you got Arrested Dramon Superior Mod, which is I suppose is the best level five in all the Digimon card game because it's a effect. It has a removal that it cannot be protected anyway. This card can remove a level 3 Digimon, or you can add one level more to this effect for each tamer with different colors you have in play. So basically, if you have one Tagiru, one Yu, one Taiki, you can basically place target, sorry, a level 6 and place it under one of your opponent's tamer, or one of your opponent's another Digimon. This is a form of removal that you cannot prevent in any ways at this time of the Digimon card game. And this card is insane. It also has an end of attack, end of a turn effect, which is ginormous, I said. And you can basically, if you have four or more sources, you can basically attack without suspending. This means that if you have an active superior Dramon, superior mode, sorry, you can attack on the end of your turn. When you're passing turn, you can attack without suspending. Thus, you may have a Digimon that cannot be attacked when it's your opponent's turn. Or if you already attacked, you can attack again. And this is insane because it's a double attack that your opponent has to deal with. And since this deck is not an aggro combo deck, you can do so much damage with it. It's actually insane. Also, it has 10,000 DP, which is probably the highest DP we have for level 5, if I'm not mistaken, but it's insane for level 5. Combine that with your Dracmon, bam, you have a level 5 with 12k DP, which can swing over kind of the majority of your level 6 opponents. And that's cool. Then you have the Omni Shoutmon, and this card is actually cool for its form of removal. Okay, its form of removal is a collectible DP removal. What do I mean by that? Basically, you can, when digivolving, you can delete up to a total of 4 KDP of your opponent's Digimon. So if your opponent's Digimon has two Digimon with 2K DP each, you can basically delete both. But the cool part is that if you have uh, you can raise by 3000 DP the deletion effect of this Digimon for every two sources you have under that Digimon. Basically, when you fully combo with your tamers and by putting sources under your Omni Shoutmon when digivolving, you can basically easily remove 11k DP, 13k DP collectible. That's insane for a level 5. Also, the neat part is that instead of an end of turn effect like Arrestor Drum Superior Mod, you basically, on your turn, if this Digimon has four or more sources, you get security +1. So that this one too has a form of aggression that you really need in this deck. And last ultimate is Astamon. And this card is good, although it's one of. It's actually good because it can warp Digivolve, help you to warp Digivolve into your level 7. which normally you could not achieve this because you know you have to follow the rules. From a level 5, you get to level 7, 6, and then a level 7. So, but this card is actually cool. You, when digivolving, you may actually play one of a level 4 or lower from one of your Digimon tamers. Sorry, one of your tamers you haven't played, and that actually opens you play uh, because you can roll your board to your to the level 7 you're playing, which is Quartzmon. Quartzmon in this deck is enormous, but we'll see this card in a moment. And Asamon is cool. It's very cool. It's inheritable as all the levels. The purple cards in this deck gets you to draw a card, and you can abuse this because when you digivolve and stack your sources under the Digimon you haven't played, you can basically even begin to draw up to 3 cards per turn, which is insane. Uh, the most important part, though, I say, is that Astamon, it's your easy access to Quartzmon, which is insane. And I suppose we can see now the Quartzmon deck with the Quartzmon card, and this card is huge. This card seals the show literally because when digivolving, you can basically suspend all the board except that the one you're digivolving, except Quartzmon. So except all other Digimon and Tamers, which is insane. And then for every 2 Digimon or Tamers suspended, you gain 1 memory. So you can basically combo this very well in this deck because you're playing a lot of Tamers. You're playing kind of a lot of Digimon as well because, as said before, without someone you can play another Digimon and use that Digimon to be suspended again. Thus, your Quartzmon play is more effective and so on. But this card is insane as for another effect, which is for every 5 of your Digimon, or no, sorry, for every 5 Digimon or Tamers in play, you can trash 1 security card of your opponent when attacking. And this is cool. This is very cool. As in BT12, there are decks that heavily relies on Tamers that can actually build boards easily, and it's important because if you play carefully, your Quartzmon play, your Quartzmon turn is going to be the end of the game, and that's your winning. Especially if you warp Digivolve by Astamon. Uh, I found myself in most situations where uh, I basically bait like 2 memory to Digivolve into a Quartzmon because I had many Tamers on board. My opponent had like 1 Digimon, 2 or 3 Tamers, and with Astamon, sorry, I Digivolve for 6 cost instead of 9 cost because this card has a black box that lets you Digivolve from a level 5 Digimon with savings text, and Astamon reduces that Digivolution cost by 3, so you're paying basically 6 mana to Digivolve into Quartzmon. But anyways, Quartzmon gets you the games. It's very important to keep your Quartzmon in hand, or if you have ways to retrieve it, like with Psychemon, because Quartzmon can be retrieved from one of your tamers, and just abuse it when you have the opportunity. Now we can talk about the engine of this deck, which are the tamers. Yes, the deck is heavily relying on tamers, but once you have basically 1 or 2 tamers with different cards in it, in play, sorry, you have uh, many ways to abuse of them. And also, I would like to start about with the first tamer, which is Taiki. You must play 4 copies of this card because this is one of your uh, easy access to draw on this deck. Uh, Taiki and you have both a start of your main phase effect. And the start of main phase effect happens once you hatch or raise. This is important. Anyways, you can basically put a Digimon card with a saving its text in its text, sorry, under it to draw another card. And this is important, as said before, because you need to draw this in this deck. And since it doesn't mention a specific Digimon, but just a generic Digimon with saving its text, you can put whatever Digimon you want. You could actually put a Quartmon under it, but just be sure to be able to retrieve that with your Sagamon or whatever. And this tamer, just like you and Tagiru, have the same your turn effect, which is to when one of your Digimon with Digivolution in its text will Digivolve, you basically can suspend this tamer to put a Digimon, let's say, in its text under one of your tamer source, under that Digimon, and reduce that Digivolution cost by one. And that's strong because it can actually open, speed up, I would like to say, your plays. You could just Digivolve for free sometimes. You just need two tamers on field to Digivolve your level 3 into a level 4 for zero cost, and then you can do whatever. You can play another tamer by Shot Monkey version. You can reveal three cards and play another tamer with Damemon. You could just game Rush with your Arrested Drama. For one cost, you could Digivolve with two Armor. It depends on the situation, but they are the engine of your deck. We have U, which instead of getting you to draw, it gains you a memory at the start of your main phase, which is great again because you can enhance your plays. You could like since Digimon players like to memory choke you can get out of that situation with you. And then there's Tagiro. Tagiro is your memory setting tailor, which means you cannot get memory choked anyways, because at the start of your turn, this tamer, sorry, um, sets you the memory to 3 if you are 1 or if you are less than 3 memory, of course. And they're cool. They're very cool to play with. And I would suggest you to play 3 Tagiro to use, but experiment. There's no real good choice. It depends on the meta and it depends on many situations. The Yu and Taiki are vulnerable to some cards like uh, Gigadramon, Megadramon, sorry, from Machine Dramon, which can delete a play cost 3 or less Digimon or Tamer. So you have to be careful with that. Tagir is like less easy to delete, and just bear that in mind. You need to calculate this when you have to deck build this deck. And then you have the last tamer of the deck, which is the Watchmaker. The Watchmaker is very cool. Uh, it's funny, as you can see, it's very funny to see, but its own play effect, uh, just like the Clockmon, it's a searcher. But this card can add you a tamer too. So you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, you can add one Digimon card with save in its text, and one card with Hunter in its trades among them to your hand. That actually helps you to retrieve your tamers with Tagiro, whether it is Tagir, Taiki, or you, or can actually get you some. Digimon like Professor Drama, Superiormon when you need them. It's a good searcher, but the main purpose of actually your watchmaker is to overpump your Professor Drama. As this card, when you have four or more tamers, and bear in mind it doesn't require different colors like Rescue Drama and Superior Mode requires, you can suspend the tamer to give security +1 to one of your Digimon with saving its text. You could actually basically give security +1 to one of your level 3s as well, or one of your champions. But just be careful with it because you need at least a form of protection like Lockmon that gives you jamming. And I'll say that this is the deck. It's very fun. It's very cool. It's very strong, and you can have a lot of fun with it. But you need to be careful. It's not a very accessible deck in the means that it requires mm, a good management of your sources. You cannot just play things on board and attack with it like no one cares. Uh, it's not like crossfire decks, let's say that, uh, or past rookie rush decks. So you need to be careful with that. But rather than this, I encourage you to play the deck. It's very fun. Uh, it can deal with everybody in the meta, and it's very cool. It's very, very cool.
Right, I'll hatch.
Yeah.
Digivolve into Demon and draw, and Digivolve into Vidromon and draw.
Okay. I'll draw one, hatch, just play Digivolve Drachmon here for 0 cost. Draw one. Digicross Shoutmon conversion with Drachmon for 3 cost. On play effect, play it, take it from hand.
Draw for turn. Play a Demon, switch it to 2 effects, reveal 1, 2, 3. I'll take Vidramon and Rena.
Okay. Draw again. Promote Drachmon. Start of main phase effect by taking. Put rest of Dramon under it. Draw another card. Let's just play a Watchmaker for 3. Reveal 3 cards. And I'll take a shot. Third one.
Draw for turn. I'll string security.
I'll Clockman again. Reveal 3 cards. And I'll add the second effect.
And I'll just evolve into a Vidramon down here. Draw.
Draw again. Hatch. Start of main phase by taking. I'll play Sage Clockman underneath. And draw again. And then Sharpmon, and Freeze. Yeah, draw one. Drachmon swings over the Demon and on deletion save on the Tamer, and when it one effect, draw one. We'll swing with Sharpmon as well into security with 6k hitting.
Sure. Check 2k.
Okay, and then I'll just play security for 4, give it
Draw a turn. I'll raise. I'll use the error effects. 1, 2, 3. I'll grab the Davis. I'll digivolve 4 into not this one, into Ulf Force. Yeah. Drop a turn. For Digi-Evo effects, I'll play Reyna. He has a spend. And again, one more for Reyna, one for Vidramon, and one for Vimon. Put me to 1, and I'll bounce to your hand the king version.
Yeah.
Then I'll go into security with all force effects of one you want to draw, effects of Rina. Effects of Rina, I'll just play Matt and Sarah, he and suspend, and every Digimon gives him block or evade.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yep. I'll swing again into security.
Superior mode.
Yep. Just play Davis, push it to 3, hit spend. Every 1, 2, 3, and then we grab the V1.
Okay. I'll draw one. Come on. And take effect. I'll place a Psychic 100 to draw another card. Suspend taking and suspend to you to reduce the duration cost of the dominant by 2, so it's a 0 cost. I'll put underneath the top one, second one. Or drop them. Actually drop them. And demo effect, reveal 3 cards.
You have to draw for Digivolution.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of the demo goes down. Reveal 3 cards. I'll play the U.
Yep.
And then let's suspend you as well. Place the Arrested Drama under the down one to be resolving for 3 costs into Arrested Drama Superior Mode. And draw 1. Arrested Drama Superior Mode effect. I may place your force under one of your tamer, put it under Davies. I will suspend the old Clockman shop to give security +1 to Arrested Drama Superior Mode. Suspend this other one as well, so it's 3 checks. So 3 checks with 12k DP jamming, draw 1 Parasitic Drama in its sources. Go.
Yep. First check. Jerry plays Leo. Second check, nothing. Third check, nothing.
Unfortunately, no Quasmo. Digicross Gundramon for 2 play, for 2 with the Kakimon to put 1 Digimon under one of their tamer and draw 1. I'll put the Shoutmon version under Tagiro. I'll draw 1 card. You're 2. End of turn effect by Superior Mode. I'll swing into security again.
Alright, I'll tap Jerry to draw a card. And I'll let you check. So it's 12k.
Yeah.
But you have jamming, so.
It has jamming.
Alright, I'll go to 3 for Davies, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in your hand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so again, only one memory for the tamer. Spend, draw for turn, fetch. I'll go into Digimon and draw. Not this one, not this one. I'll evolve into a hero and draw. I'll use a hero effect. 1, 2, 3, nothing. I'll digivolve into All Force with 1 for 4, draw. Flex full force. I'll play Reyna. In suspend. I only gain 2 memory. You attack Guru. I bounce your
Superior mod to him.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
the superior mode.
Nope. Which is C.
This GG.
G. Okay.
And I use the dual tamer effects when he unsuspend. I will do Digimon unsuspend. I can bounce level 3 Digimon, so I'll bounce the Gundramon.
Oh, okay. So Gundramon goes to that.
Yep. And Reina gave blocker evade on the All for Sweet one. And it's your turn.
Draw 1 hatch. And take effect. I'll put Gundramon under it. Yeah. Draw 1. U effect. I'll put Digimon, which is going to be down. And getting episode of 1. And then I guess we can just play Psychemon by DG crossing from hand with a Damon. So it's 2 cost. I won't activate its on play effect. Then I will just suspend Taiki and Tagiro. So this is the Digivolution cost by 2 of Arrested Drama. Just the one, then place Gundramon and Psychemon. It gains Rush for the turn. And I guess it's GG by digivolving into Arrested Drama by putting down 1 for 3 cost. So Full Force goes under one of your tamer, and then end of turn effect by superior mod that can attack you without suspending.
Yeah.
So direct effect that. GG.
Alright, I'll hatch. I'll Evo into Demon and draw. And I'll Evo into Leo and draw.
Okay. I'll draw then. I'll digivolve here, drop 1. I'll draw 1. And yes, I play Thank You for 3, which is 1.
That's off a turn. I'll promote. And I'll just evolve to a hero. Draw.
Okay. I'll draw, and then I'll promote again. Take effect. I'll place block 1 underneath to draw 1. Blockers. I'll just play the U for 3 1.
Draw for turn, hatch. Go into V and draw. I think it's security.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright. I'm at 1. Let's just evolve into BT1 for 2 and draw.
Okay. Draw 1 hatch again. Take effect. I'll place an Akaki 1 underneath. Then I'll draw 1. U effect. I'll place a clock 1 underneath to gain 1 temperature. That's a 7 KDP, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll suspend taking and reduce the devolution cost by 1. Yeah, yeah. The Digimon to an arrested Digimon draw 1. Pay 1. I'll swing with arrested Digimon over your Aero B Dramon. Effect effect minus 2 KDP. Dracmon effect bumps him by 2000 DP, so he's at 7k over 5k. Then I'll Digivolve, Psychemon here, draw 1. No, that's not right. This one. I'll play the Block Map. Reveal 3 cards. And I'll take Tagiro and Gandromon. So you're at 2.
Draw a turn.
Mhm.
I'll play Amen Boost.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take the. I'll take the random one.
Mm-hmm. Unsuspend. Draw 1. Draw 1 to promote now. I don't think so. I won't promote. Take effect.
Mhm.
Put the Kakemon as source 1. The UF. That's 1. Yes, so. Yeah. The effect. I'll place the Gandromon underneath. And you get 1 memory. 2. Swing into security with 7 KDP. That's it.
Yep. Check. Okay.
Okay, Mon effect. Draw 1. Arrested draw 1 effect. On deletion, I can save him, and another Digimon will save its text from the trash. I don't think I have any other option, but Dracmon seems cool. I'll save them under the watchmaker. And then I will Digicross the Shockmonkey version with Warmon to play a gear 1.
Draw a turn. Just. I'll use my boost. Go to 3.
Mhm.
I'll go into Aero down here. Draw. And then I'll use another boost, which is a 3.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Grab the Wolf for a 6.
Okay. I'll draw 1. Promote Psychic. And then take effect. Take effect. Yeah. I need to draw. Inversion rate. Draw 1. U effect. We need the U effect. No, I don't think so. I'll suspend Taiki, U, and Tagiro. Place the. Sorry. Pokemon. No countering for you. Pokemon. Actually, Gandron, yes. But other 25 and first trauma. So did you have for 1 cost to superior mode? I'll draw 1. Suspend the Watchmaker to give security +1 to Rester Drama. Swing for 2 checks with jamming, draw 2 cards by inheritance.
Yep.
Rester Drama and get draw.
First check Rina, second check Bima.
Okay. That's not nice. Swing security with Sagmon as well.
Yup. 1k. He's alive.
Fine. Incredible. And 9 cost. You cannot unsuspend. What kind of level can offers bounce?
Level 3 and plus 1 level for every blue tamer I have in play.
Digivolve for 9 to Forceman. Suspend all board. Green as well. So you go to 7. Then I gain 1 for each 2. So 1, 2, 3. So you have 4. And no Digimon allowed to unsuspend.
Yep. Draw for evil.
Yeah.
Draw for turn. Yeah, I think it's GG.
Quartzmon shuts down it.
Yeah, Shadowbone shuts
Yeah.
down my entire deck in just one move.
Nasty.
Come to play, use your FX to take nothing. Evolve into Force for 4, draw. X for sub play. Rina, he don't suspend. I only gain 1 memory for Vidramon. And I'll use my boost to go to 3 and I'll play out for 6.
Okay, just 9. Only Quartzmon on suspense. Draw 1 edge. You have no blockers, nothing. Quartzmon goes into security, suspends the old force, then for every 5 cards, suspending the board basically trashes 1 card, so it's a direct attack.
Yep, GG.
GG. I guess the biggest issue with this deck is when you get removal from securities, especially with your boss monsters, which are Forceman and Arster Drown Superior Mode, because then you lose all your sources underneath. That's the main problem. But the deck is busted.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for watching and see you in a next video. Bye bye.
See ya.